More than just a mutant with razor-sharp adamantium claws and a legendary healing factor, Wolverine stands as one of Marvel's most famous characters. But a lot of fans may not truly understand just how profoundly tormented he is. Beneath the gruff exterior and savage fighting prowess lies a soul perpetually wrestling with loss, guilt, and the relentless echoes of a brutal past. So today, we're actually going to be looking at Wolverine, issue number 65 from 1993, written by Larry Hama and illustrated by Mark Texiera. This issue plunges us headfirst into the fractured psyche of Logan as he desperately seeks solace in the artificial reality of the Danger Room. Haunted by the visceral and visual memory of Silver Fox's murder at the hands of Sabertooth, Wolverine demands Professor Xavier construct a digital recreation, a twisted stage upon which he can replay that night his world shattered. What unfolds next is a harrowing descent into a self-inflicted hell, a desperate attempt to exorcise the demons that clawed his very being. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. Haunted by the death of his former lover Silver Fox, Wolverine demands that Professor Xavier put him through a virtual reality simulator in the Danger Room. There he seeks to resurrect a digital phantom, a twisted scene of the night Sabertooth stole his world. Of phantom revenge, Wolverine enters a desperate attempt to exorcise his demons. Professor X, the compassionate architect of minds, hesitates as he watches with a mix of concern and incomprehension as Logan descends into this digital purgatory. The X-Men sit in silence as they bear witness, their hearts heavy with the weight of their friend's torment. Xavier gives in and begins the simulation. The simulation shifts, a cruel twist of fate transporting Wolverine to the hallowed ground where his heart shattered all those years back. The once beloved cabin, now a ghostly husk, looms over him. A phantom of the past, the echoes of love and loss reverberate within its weathered walls. As the digital storm rages, he relives the horror that Sabertooth enacted by killing his beloved. As the simulation deepens, Wolverine lives out the brutal, animalistic fight against Sabertooth. Each strike, each cut is a desperate attempt to rewrite the past, to exorcise the demons that haunt him. With each blow and each wound, he seeks a perverse absolution, a twisted redemption. Sabertooth, this monstrous embodiment of pure evil, slams into him. Their primal struggle, a raw clash of rage and despair, reverberates through the simulation, a stark reminder of hatred and pain's lasting impact. Amidst the chaos, Wolverine's friends, the X-Men, look on in horror. Sabertooth screams, "You couldn't save the woman you loved." Jean frighteningly addresses the confrontation. That wasn't programmed in. What's happening? The virtual reality program feeds on active input and extrapolates. It makes for realistic confrontations. Perhaps too realistic, Xavier replies. A forgotten memory emerges and a shadow that had been cast over Wolverine's idealistic past haunts him. But before this revelation can fully emerge, Xavier pulls the plug and terminates the simulation. The digital world collapses, leaving Logan stranded in the cold reality, a man haunted by questions. Later, Logan seeks refuge in a dimly lit bar. He orders a Boilermaker and calls his shot in a game of pool. The game escalates as Wolverine wins and is accused of deceitful practices. Cornered, Logan offers a counter-proposal, a savage duel of flesh and bone. Tell you what, how's about a game of punch for punch, double or nothing? You go first. Whoever's left standing gets to pick up the pot. Fair enough? The opponent, eager to prove his mettle, accepts, his hand tightening around brass knuckles. The blow lands, a hammer striking an anvil. Logan's face is a canvas of crimson, his eye now completely shattered. Yet he stands, a mountain amidst the storm. Before the counterattack, a beautiful figure appears. Jean Grey, a goddess of peace in this moment, interrupts the machismo confrontation. The assailants, their courage now evaporated, flee, leaving Logan alone in the wreckage with the gorgeous Jean Grey. Jean, a beacon of empathy, pulls Logan from the precipice of despair, yet the weight of grief hangs heavily on his soul. The recent loss of Mariko and Silver Fox has left an unfillable void. He rages against the cruel irony of his existence, a body capable of healing any wound, but a mind scarred by eternal loss. While others bear the physical scars of their battles, his body betrays him, erasing the tangible evidence of his suffering. The fleeting nature of pain, the impermanence of suffering, torments him. As Jean offers solace, a solitary vigil, he declines, his grief a sacred ritual, a private torment. The next morning, church bells provide a somber backdrop to Logan's rage as he finds out that Silver Fox's burial and ceremony have been cancelled and that a shield order has had her body removed from Salem Center. Before Wolverine can respond, a shield shuttle lands as Nick Fury and Wraith emerge from the shadows, their intentions veiled in mystery. They extend a peace offering, a form of respect, a shield burial at the hallowed ground of the shared past between Wolverine and Silver Fox. A burial at their cabin. Salem Center didn't mean a thing to her, Logan. She would have wanted to be laid to rest in a place where she was happy. I found it, Logan. I found the cabin. Intrigued and compelled, Logan agrees, his heart a battleground of both grief and curiosity. Once on the shield transport, Wolverine somberly and heavily leans over the coffin of his beloved, waiting to take her to her final resting place. As he stands in resolute silence, Wraith mentions to him that the site of their cabin is still classified and that he can't know where it is truly located. The team lands at the drop site and begins looking for the cabin as it finally emerges to them from the encroaching wilderness. Wolverine takes it upon himself to conduct the funeral himself and orders Nick Fury and Wraith to leave as he screams, "Just leave me a shovel and get moving." Now alone, Logan walks over to the door of the cabin. Time has etched its mark on the weathered wood, yet the essence of their shared past remains. Logan stands before the door, his fingers tracing the intertwined names carved into the wood. A moment of quiet reflection and the bittersweet acknowledgement of love's fleeting nature and the confirmation that the great memories of the two of them were real all along. As he prepares the final resting place for Silver Fox, a flash of memory appears, a vision of her, a radiant figure carrying a pail of water. In that moment, beneath the golden light of the setting sun, they experience their eternal love. A dream, a hope, a fragile promise against the relentless march of time. I wish this could be forever, darling. Don't be silly, Logan. Nothing's forever. Everything has its time, and our time is now. The grave, a humble monument to a love lost, is complete. Logan, with a heavy heart, removes the weathered and deeply etched portion of the front door, a testament to their enduring bond. As he lowers his head in reverence, a silent promise escapes his lips. A final goodbye, a promise to return each spring, a pilgrimage to the altar of their unending love. And with that, he turns and walks away, once again a solitary figure, disappearing into the mist-shrouded forest, carrying the weight of all his memories. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at this cover. Mark Texiera captures Wolverine in a moment of pure, unfiltered grief. The stark white background isn't just empty space, it symbolizes the crushing isolation and despair Logan's experiencing, offering a rare glimpse into his tormented soul. And notice that his friends, the X-Men in the background, positioned here almost powerless, highlighting the limitations of their connection and their inability to truly alleviate his suffering. The weight of his past, that monstrous burden that he carries, just feels etched into every single line of his face. Texiera's distinctive artistic style, with its powerful, exaggerated anatomy and dynamic line work, adds such a visceral layer to the narrative and to this cover. He imbues Wolverine with this palpable sense of both physical and emotional weight. It's almost reminiscent of Sam Keith's beautifully grotesque style, this hulking titan ravaged by inner demons. The prominent placement of Logan on the cover, in my opinion, feels very intentional, like Texiera wanted to showcase a Wolverine burdened by both unimaginable rage and sorrow, symbolizing the unimaginable suffering that he's been through. But let's check out this very first page, because I feel like it's just an extremely powerful visual statement, right? Like, Wolverine's imposing figure just dominates the panel, a testament to his raw strength and unwavering spirit that immediately sets the tone for the intense narrative that's about to unfold throughout this book. I absolutely love Texiera's choice to illustrate Logan here with his iconic long hair and sideburns. It looks almost like a lion's mane, really, adding this visual layer of savage primal ferocity. It just really emphasizes his beastly nature, and I get a kick out of it every time I see it. Now, moving through these early panels, you really get a sense of Texiera's signature style. The exaggerated musculature, especially that hulking upper body contrasted with almost elongated limbs, creates a striking and memorable visual. But what's so impressive is that even with this stylized approach, the facial features maintain a sense of realism. At least for me, like, that's a real hallmark of Mark's work. I feel like he has this incredible ability to blend caricature and realism seamlessly, resulting in a visual language that's both captivating and instantly recognizable throughout his incredible comic book career. Now, then we hit this moment here where Wolverine plunges into the simulation and Texiera's art just explodes with this raw, visceral energy. The lines become sharper, the colors shift, becoming almost feverishly reddened, perfectly mirroring the instability that's gripping Logan during this period of time. And the fight against Sabertooth, I mean, like, it's brutal. A primal, animalistic clash of beast. Texiera masterfully translates that inner rage within Wolverine into a visual language of sharp angles, distorted forms, and just explosive, impactful action. And can we just take a moment to appreciate Tex's masterful use of ink in this book? I mean, seriously, here the ink work takes center stage. Blood splatters erupt like these grotesque, almost beautiful blossoms. Shadows deepen in these ominous pools, and the overall effect of this incredibly visceral, almost tactile experience. The art just feels raw, gritty, and deeply dramatic, completely immersing you in the intensity of the moment. This page just immediately grabs your attention, though. Wolverine dominates the foreground, standing in this dimly lit aircraft, and his posture just speaking volumes. There's this mix of sheer determination and a profound weariness that's really palpable. Texiera's skill is so evident in the way that he uses lines, colors, and shadows to guide your eye, building tension and intrigue the whole time. And that muted color palette, it just sets this perfect somber tone for the book. Initially, Wolverine's stoic expression and imposing physique conveys a sense of strength, but then you start to notice these subtle little details, the tension in his muscles, the way he's leaning over the coffin, that gnarled, sorrowful frown. It's these small nuances that really reveal the deep emotional turmoil beneath the surface. This image really captures the essence of his of this issue's narrative thread, showcasing the heavy emotional weight that drives Wolverine and the overarching theme of internal conflict that just permeates the entire book. But really, it is this page and this panel right here. That's where the overwhelming emotional weight of Logan's experiences really hits you. The image presents this pivotal moment where Wolverine confronts an undeniable truth. Look at this, the words Logan and Silver Fox etched into the wood of the cabin door, but then you have Wolverine's internal monologue saying, "It's real, it actually happened," all the good stuff was real. This image is just a masterclass in using visual language to convey profound emotional impact. The expression on Wolverine's face here, it just offers such deep insight into his raw emotional state. And his body language, the way that he's leaning against the door, almost heaving all of his weight onto the wood, it perfectly conveys this mixture of disbelief and a desperate attempt to grapple with the implications of this newfound reality. Tex skillfully employs this dynamic composition using lines and shapes to draw your eye directly to Wolverine's face and the text etched on the door, really emphasizing its immense importance of this scene. This issue serves as a reminder of why Wolverine resonates so deeply with me. He's not defined simply by his berserker rage and sheer force of will unleashed, but it's the juxtaposition of that and his vulnerabilities, his capacity for profound love and equally profound loss that make him undeniably amazing. The raw, visceral exploration of his grief, his desperate attempts to grapple with the unchangeable past, and the poignant moments of quiet reflection all underscore the intricate nature of his emotional landscape. Now, although Logan has had his fair share of some of the most imposing physical threats like Sabertooth, Omega Red, Lady Deathstrike, and Cyber, a lot of Wolverine's most enduring battles are internal, fought against the ghosts of his past and the scars that no healing factor can erase. This type of complexity, this constant struggle between his savage nature as a beast and his yearning for connection as a man, and his tortured psyche as a weapon, are all aspects as to what makes him such a consistently compelling and deeply human character, and why to this day he remains my absolute favorite. So what did y'all think of this issue? Did you find the portrayal of Wolverine's inner turmoil as impactful as I did? Do you agree that his layered emotions and enduring pain make him one of the most fascinating and honestly deeply troubled characters in the Marvel Universe? Well, I would love to hear from you guys, so let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.